together and supports each other. And it doesn't matter if you ride the walking horse, if you're riding Western, if you're riding English, you can sit down and talk to each other, and it's a pretty cool deal. It's very cool. So give yourselves a hand, all of you, absolutely. Okay, now, so what we've been trying to get together, but you know, it just hasn't been working the way we wanted it between last year and this year, is that we're working on getting a veterans program that helps veterans and first responders with post-traumatic stress disorder. And both on the ground, which is the Gala model, where it's equine psychotherapy, and that's what's going to be happening here. And that's what today's fun, even though you made it out to me, I just didn't have the 501c and everything in order, but now we're partnering with another group, and that money will all be going to that, and all the future fundraisers will be going to that. And I'm sure Paula will tell you a little more about that in a minute. But, okay, so the murder. Y'all like the trail? Yeah, okay, right? All right. So, Jane Suze White is a real person. I did Jane S. because I didn't want y'all to Google her. She's buried in the cemetery. Out there with several other whites, her husband. He's out there. He died prior to her. Now you can Google it now. You can Google Jane Suze White, and you will find that the reason it's odd that she's in that cemetery is because she and her husband built Arlington Plantation. That's here in Natchez that has had a fire, and it's the Historic Society is trying to get it up and going again. But why isn't she buried in their plantation? Why are they out here? That was a question. The other question was, her husband died, and then she had an opening, they had a party, she died the next day. They said it was just, she was just too excited. and truly, that's what it said. It's just that she's overwhelmed. She's a 38-year-old woman. I was just overwhelmed by too much partying and died. So that was, and when you talk to people or you look in this historical business, they sort of brush it under the table. Now her sister, I'm telling you all this so you all know that those of you that solved it, her sister inherited everything. There wasn't any children. So her husband died a few years before she died, and then her sister and her husband inherited everything, the house, the furniture, and so on. So we thought that was a little odd. So yes, Ada Bingaman, we think, killed her sister. She died in the bedroom, and she died of poisoning. Okay, so the bug-off investigators, 3 for 2. Yes, in the back. Okay, bug-off investigators. But what we're going to do, listen, I have a bunch of you that won. Yeah. All right. So what we're doing is, we had last year we gave, drinking cup things. Yes, there you go. Thank you very much. And so this year we're doing the same, but I didn't have, I don't know, however many I gotta have now, together. So what I'm going to do is you're going to see them. We're going to take pictures of you with your trophies, but then I'm going to take them away. And then after that, I will try to send one home with each of you so you can do your Facebook thing and everything. And then by the end of October, you'll all have your trophies. Okay? Because I have all your, that's why it's so important to give me your mailing address. So my daughter Chelsea she's over there getting that ready, and she'll be coming over here. I really want to say thank you. This brings so much life to this area, to this home.
hate to plug this, but I'm going to plug it anyway.
Plug
I'm
it.
going to plug my book. You can always get it on Amazon. The title of it, my name, Paula Norris Medier, but the name of the book is Addiction, The Dark Night of the Soul, NAD, The Light of Hope. And NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, which is why we say NAD. You can only imagine what a conversation would be like if you had to say all three every time you talked about it. Right? So, it is in every cell in your body. It's essential to your life. When you're young, you don't have to worry so much. When you start getting older, you need to know that it begins to decline naturally. You don't have to do anything bad. You don't have to live a bad life. You don't have to be drinking, doing drugs, doing any of that kind of stuff. What happens is just getting older, which is why we're taking it, and which is why when somebody comes to see me to maybe get the treatment, I tell them I'm 120. Do you think it's working? And they laugh, and that breaks the ice, and that makes it better, and all that stuff. But anyway, this book explains everything about what we know about NAD at this point. And I am profoundly grateful.
You can do it.
For what it has done, not only to my life, but to the lives of all the people that we have treated. And I want you to know about it. That's why I'm plugging it. But I don't mean to do it that way. I just want you to know about it. It will be to your advantage to know about it.
Thank you.
And so this event and all those that are going to follow is specifically designed to help the veterans with the equine therapy, but they will also be getting our treatment, which is an IV treatment, which basically restores the brain. And we have their testimony. One was a Alzheimer's patient that is approaching year 4. One is a Parkinson's patient that is approaching year 6. Another is a CTE, the concussion condition from football players. He's an Ole Miss football player. He is approaching 6 years, and we have a veteran that we treated 9 years ago who is highly functioning and doing extraordinarily well. And so when you hear directly from these people, it makes it just makes a difference than for me to tell you about them. But we want to be able to do what we know to do with the horses